Welcome back to our coffee talks. We don't have any coffee.
Yeah. No, actually, drinking tea here is a lot better than drinking just a cup of coffee.
I agree. They have this tea here. It is Rwandan ginger tea.
Ginger tea.
It is very, very good. I highly recommend you try it. We just picked up a bag to take with us to our flat that we're actually renting because we are checking out of this hotel.
Today's the last day, so it's been an interesting time being here so far.
Agreed. Yeah. So the last time we caught up with y'all, we were having a coffee talk in the lounge in Istanbul, and now we are in Kigali, and the airline lost our luggage.
Oh man,
they left our luggage.
That was really frustrating because I was dressed like a hobo.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you said hobos only jump trains.
They do only jump trains, but in this case, I had nowhere to go, and I was cold and by myself. Well, not by myself,
exactly,
but
not by himself.
I didn't have my toiletries and things like that, and taking a shower was very uncomfortable. And I was in a new place, which this place is fantastic, but some things it doesn't add up a little bit. So when I saw that 240 outlet in the shower, what is this? Right? For kicking a toaster in the bathtub. It was like that.
It's a couple questionable things in this hotel. If you wonder who chose the hotel, I did. I went based off of the pictures, which I will show you the pictures in comparison to the review of this hotel. And for me, it looks nothing the same, but Illuminate can see some similarities and my mom can see a lot of similarities, but for me, it's not the same at all. I feel like they ran it through an AI filter to make it look better than what it was.
Well, that's called sales, right?
And I got.
Right. You have the aesthetics and then you have the truth, right? Those are two different pictures. And what you're talking about, the side of, is your truth of over what you can see. The aesthetics, I can see it that, hey, there are certain areas in this hotel that look very nice, but there's some other areas that, wait a minute, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't add up too much.
So, circling back to our luggage being left in Istanbul, despite us checking in 5 hours in advance, I don't know if checking in early is helpful. But our luggage got left in Istanbul, and then it arrived early the next day.
We got our luggage yesterday.
Yes. And we had to facilitate getting up there. And I remember you talking to the lady in the airport, and she was also mad about her luggage being left in Istanbul.
Yeah.
Not just us. It was basically half the flight. And she was like, well, nobody's going to pay for me to come back up here and get my luggage. And I'm like, she right? I didn't think about that.
But see, this is the thing, is especially with the services out here, you have to communicate and negotiate what's going on. Because we had a driver take us to the airport and back for free. The hotel covered that, right? The hotel didn't lose our bags or anything. No. They just covered us going to pick up our baggage and bringing us back. So you have to be able to communicate, negotiate what errors that you're running into. You have to make sure you announce that, because the hospitality out here is above reproach.
I will say that even though this room has a question mark,
a big fat one,
that does not mean that the service was subpar. The service has been phenomenal.
The guys out here are very nice.
Yes.
And you feel like you're home.
Yes.
You're around a whole bunch of your cousins.
Yes. And so the question is, will we stay in this hotel again? As the person who primarily books for all the travel in our family, I am the, what is that person called? Not the travel guide, but the person who you go to book all your travel when you can't do it yourself. I'm that person for our family. I would never book this again at all. Staff does a lot, but once you're alone and you don't have the staff catering to your whim, you still need to where you are. And when I put the tour in, you'll see the wall from the living room to this room to the bedroom doesn't meet the ceiling. So
that's a partition.
There's no barrier of noise. The plug that's in the shower.
When I saw that, it was really uncomfortable.
And the other thing is, we're in the heart of the city, and it is very, very loud outside.
You can hear them clubbing.
Yes, very loud. And we don't really know where the music is coming from.
I was thinking that it was coming from the restaurant that's below us when they play music, but I can't stick my finger on it because it's probably coming from somewhere else. And whatever it is, they're jamming. Just understand that. They're jamming, and you don't know what it is that they're saying because you don't speak the language.
I think it wouldn't be early for us if we were on our correct mind time zone. But because it is a 7-hour difference from DC, they're jamming at basically midnight in our sleep. We're like, we're not prepared to be jamming at this time. We're winding down. Yes, we go to bed early at home.
Yeah, 9 o'clock. Yes. It's 9 o'clock. Yes. It's time to go to bed.
This is not a door to open to judge us. We go to bed early. We have a 6-year-old.
Get sleep how you can.
So what is your first impression of Africa? Getting off the plane.
Not what I expected. So when I got off the plane, the airport to me was very small. I was looking at capability. So when I say that is when you get to an airport that there's a docking tunnel that connects to the plane. That wasn't that. We was on the tarmac walking out into the airport. And I expected more as far as the size. Although I do understand that there's a new airport coming out here. It's an hour away.
There is a new airport. We hope to visit the area where the new airport is. So
that was interesting. But the streets were really clean to get back or to get here to the hotel. Everything was clean, very clean.
I would agree as somebody who, so this is my second time as an adult coming to the continent of Africa, my first time in Rwanda. And I will say, if I compare it to Zanzibar, which I know is an island, the streets were very much gave me confidence that I could drive them. Thus, we're getting a car. And that they may be somewhat easy to navigate if we're not in the rush hour of it all. But it was well lit, very pretty. They have all their Christmas decorations up because this is a Christian and Muslim together. But it feels like how, for me, it feels like how Zanzibar is as well. It's a Muslim and Christian country, and they cohabitate together. There's not this conflict of religion that I personally see. And our driver even asked us what religion we were.
He didn't answer his question.
We didn't identify with either of the ones he mentioned, and he didn't ask what our religion was, but he still offered information about his own religion. And so I thought that was great that he didn't pry.
He didn't push for stuff like that. But I think that's just reading people and reading conversation itself.
You have to admit, when we're home in the States, that some people, if you're not either one of the religions that they've put out there, then they're like, well, what religion are you? So I would say that first impressions, I would absolutely come back to this country again. Like, very beautiful. I just would not stay in the city.
The hospitality is phenomenal because for me, this is my first time in Africa, and there's not a word for me to describe how I felt when I said this is my first time here in Africa, and they said, welcome home.
We're getting ready to pack up. So this is a short check-in. It's a short coffee conversation. That's when we didn't have any coffee. We can have tea at the next location. But we highly recommend together coming to Rwanda off of first impressions. But the adventure is young. We only have roughly 48 hours, 50 some odd hours under our belt. So let's see what happens in 2 days from now. Because it's going to be a whole nother experience. We're going to be in the city.
We got a full stretch. I think it's about 20 and 22 minutes from here.
Hopefully.
So I'm just looking at the traffic element of it because there are a lot of their traffic looks way different out here. And it's not Istanbul dense, but it is dense. It's very dense. So you're driving your vehicle and there's motorcycles to your left and to your right, to your port and to your starboard. And there's a car right behind you. And looking for certain things, you're looking for a traffic light or you're going into a traffic circle, who has the right of way? You're looking at all types of things happening at one time. So,
all right. Well, hopefully you enjoyed this coffee conversation. Can't wait for you to check up with the next one. Don't forget to subscribe to all the things we have because we see in the world one coffee at a time.
Oh man, I can't wait to get some of that coffee. Whew, that's gonna be nice.